Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I ran over a couple of minutes. I hate to be doing something and kind of get messed up. I was doing something else that's kind of unfinished business. Oh, man. Lord of mercy. Oh, how's everybody doing tonight? I had a busy night, y'all. Hey, I'm doing pretty good there in Las Vegas. Cajun Mom. Oh, I've been busy, like since the whole time I've been awake today. I might have took a nap in between and then went right back. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hey, y'all, Tammy's working me pretty good. I keep thinking about how I got messed up a minute ago. What as you busy? She making videos and you wouldn't believe how much trouble some of them videos are. Hey there, Pamela. Hey, Linda. Everybody. Hey, it's today Tuesday, y'all. It's still Tuesday, ain't it? Man, I don't know how many videos I've edited. I was gonna get on that Southern Ideas, y'all. And I got the subscribers at all-time high. And I seen where somebody unsubscribed. Or it might have been two people, hell, I don't know. But I was like fitting to get on there. And I seen that. I said, well, I think I'll go to Danny S. Hodges. And she didn't get the whip out. Yeah, that's right. Y'all did see the chicken and dumplings. That's the video that I worked on a long time. Yes. That video was a pretty big deal. I forgot about that. That's the reason I come over here, y'all, on this channel. Is I didn't want to mess Tammy's channel up. Laying off jokes to the side. Uh, yeah, I know you kidding. Uh, she's getting pretty good views. And it don't matter if it really don't matter if I go live here or go live on Southern Ideas. And then people still watching that video pretty good at Tammy too, you know. But you hate to kind of, you know, mess things up. And it will, you know, it will do that. Hey there, Diana. And, Darlene. My writing's kind of little over there on my TV. Daniel, hey, Daniel. I watched Stephen fish a while today. That place he's going to, you know, he's catching the fish now. And I mean big ones too, but I wonder why there ain't hardly nobody out there. Fish. I mean, I know it's a private lake, and I know people that own houses on the lake. They might have used to like to fish, but they quit fishing whenever they buy a place. No, no, it don't. It ain't. It ain't. It ain't nothing to it, Pamela. But you talking to somebody that could read paper while I was playing poker. I was actually editing a video last night. The chicken and dumplings. I was actually editing it last night while I was watching TV. They had some old movie on. It showing women's boobs and stuff, you know, a movie. And I was looking at that thing. It's just an editor, boy. Hello there, Deborah. But it didn't, and I mean, I guess us men gonna do that. But I was looking over that laptop, that TV. Hey there, Miss Tina. I listened to Kathy last night sound like she's pretty aggravated. I bet your eyes was wide open. Yeah, it was. Us men, you know, we like stuff like that, you know. That's the reason the women do all the stuff they do. That's what I told Tammy. I said, 'cause them women know we stupid. And we are pretty bad now. We are pretty bad. Did you eat anything? Yeah, I did. Hey, it was pretty doggone good too, boy. I done ate it 2 times. Hey, I had a mama do this morning, y'all. I didn't get to watch it. I mean, I was up. Hey there, Kathy. I was up last night, you know, pretty late, you know, and I got up and finished that chicken and dumpling beat. That thing giving me a hard time now. It really did give me a hard time. Hey there, Slim. You and Kathy run in pairs, don't you? See one, you see the other. Grandma did good, yeah. I heard Tammy say that she was laughing and stuff, you know. You know, she's I didn't get to watch either. We're a package deal. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I did call the guy today, a do-it-yourselfer that actually somebody like me, but he's just younger, that can about do anything, you know, but he weighs about 100, maybe 145 or 50 pounds. And, I, hey there, Mr. Helen. I told him I didn't know exactly, what was wrong with her sink, but he's going to go tomorrow to her house. And, they was asking me was the emergency. I said, well, I said, I said, yeah, it kind of is. I said, you had to tote water in there to the sink. Oh, it's kind of an emergency, but I said, I wasn't expecting you just to drop everything you was doing, to go work on it. But I've really been busy. And I'll be telling you a little bit more about it, but he's supposed to go tomorrow. He said after 10. And he's going to try to see if he can get it fixed or try to see if he can do something about it, And I never even understood what it is, y'all, but I can't lay under them sinks no more. Yeah, I don't even want to try to. But, that guy is somebody that does a little bit of everything. He's the one that done all that work. Y'all might have seen my video on Southern Ideas. He's the one that done all my work. She said it's leaking. Yeah. Well, that guy know what to do with it, and he's not somebody that'll charge a bunch of money, neither. I don't think I finished what I was saying though. But that guy, I made a video of him when we was down there at the river camping. His name was Billy, and he was in one of them videos where I was down there filming Wild Earth. And he's the one that done all that work down there at Wild Earth's house. Built that big old barn. I know. I know not everybody's seen it, but But anyway, he's the one that does all that, and he's a friend of Wild Earth. He's a friend of mine now. Now that I met him, I liked him. Ain't the two guys that work under me. And I called his wife up. They said the best thing to do to get him was call his wife up there. Hey, Rona and Teresa and anybody that I missed, y'all. I liable be missing somebody, but it's hello to everybody, y'all. Richie had told me, the best thing to do was to call Cat. They call her Cat. Her name's Kathy, but they call her Cat. I said, if you want him to do something, you talk to her. They said she'll keep him straight and write it down and everything. Said Billy liable to even forget. But when I was talking to Kathy, and I've known her for a bunch of years. A bunch of years. If y'all seen the video, she was the red-headed wife that pulled up down there. She was a hard worker too. She's done retired now, but I love you being in here, Las Vegas. Uh, so I was asking that Billy when we was down there at the river. I said, so, like, oh, it's pretty hard to go out there and have work all the time. Doing that kind of thing. I was in the roofing business a long time. That's kind of a different story, but, he might just go work for somebody one day and go over there and work for somebody 3 days or something. He's a he's like a fixer upper, man. Hey there, Jimmy. And she told me that there was two men in this town that rents out houses, that owns a bunch of houses. Two men. And he told me one of them had 40 houses. And, well, that's how he stays busy. And then he has all these people, that knows him and knows what he does. And he don't charge a bunch neither. He's real good. I want to say this. I don't know if Mama, I don't really know if she watches this channel or not, but I want her to go over there at that boy's house that lives across the street in Georgia and talk to him about her car, because I ain't talked to her, y'all. One of my buddies was going to come this morning, and I was going to buy some raffle tickets from him, and I don't know, I think I went to sleep about 4 o'clock last night, and I was awake I went to sleep for maybe 2 or 3 hours, and then I woke back up. I used to not do that, but I do that now. And I finished up Tammy's chicken and dumpling video. Then he's talking about, I'm fitting to head that way. I said, no, don't come. I said, I'm fitting to go back to sleep. Yeah, Mama, if you're listening, go ahead and take your car over there. I want to get that stuff fixed. Don't put it off. I want to get that stuff fixed. That was a good video. Yeah, that stuff was good too. I tell you what, I like, Kathy, when you cook that roast that time. I ain't forgot about that roast. That thing was good now. I ate the chicken and dumplings. It was real good. They ain't much left. And I'm the only one to eat. But if you're interested in losing weight the right way, Timmy's got a video that's already got an oven, y'all. It's ready to go. Oh, need to watch that tomorrow on her channel. And she cooked, she cooked in it and was talking about the diet. I mean, I might do that, y'all. What she's talking about. I'm somebody that believes you can get used to anything. I believe that too. But hey, y'all, I want to tell y'all, I appreciate y'all coming in. That don't mean I'm fitting to get off, but I just want to let y'all know it don't go unnoticed, and I appreciate y'all coming in. That's mighty nice of y'all to come over here. Had people waiting. I was over there trying to do something. Hey there, Willie Catcher. I had somebody that owed me some money, and I seen it had a PayPal had a email that was, we can't never get into that account without a lot of trouble. I changed the email, and damn, I think it made me a brand new PayPal. Oh, that woman, uh, I reckon she's gonna send the money. I hadn't been on long. No, I was just letting y'all know I appreciate y'all coming in. But what it was, y'all, is, y'all remember that video Timmy made at Walmart? One of the women watched it. One of y'all. And she said, them little dishes that, and she described the dishes to Tammy. Some particular little dishes that they didn't have at her Walmart. She asked Tammy, would Tammy go get them for her and ship them to her? And Tammy did. And she's been trying to figure out how to pay Tammy, sent emails and all that. I don't know what it was. But it was some little bowls. Tammy shipped them to her. Tammy said, I don't know how to get paid. And I went in there and sent her a thing, where sent it to her email where, she could go in there and just pay right there, right there pretty easy. But I don't think I can get back into that account now. So I don't know what. I don't know what in the world. I don't know what in the world. Don't know how to. Don't really know how to get back in there. I mean, I got into the new one. But nothing don't look the same. It's always some mess, ain't it? And I'll tell you something. And I don't hardly blame nobody either. It's just better not to do nothing. It's just better not to do nothing. And I suppose to kind of know what I'm doing, y'all. And, well, I tell you, I was trying to look at that thing right before I went live. And I just, realized I just had to get out of there and get on in. Don't want to keep nobody waiting. I think it was some Pioneer Woman little bowls. Oh, KK. I know it was some little bowls. But they actually thought a pretty good bit of them. And then the shipping's where the money is, y'all. I can tell you that from selling antennas. The shippers, the shippers, where the money is. Hey, Kathy, how's everything going? I sent you a text a little bit earlier today. Hey, Anita. Anita, where you been? It's the same. Well, I hope everything, can get straightened out. I hope everything can get straightened out. I really do. I've been watching you every day, and I sent Tammy a real good recipe, and she said you like chicken, so I gave her the recipe tonight. Okay, she done a couple of videos today. Hey, Teresa, she done a couple of videos today, and I don't even know what. I done one of them, and I don't even know what the other one is. I just put it on the computer. I didn't look at it. Got it off the cameras. I'm trying to tell her how to do when she's standing up there talking. Them chicken and dumplings was good, y'all. Chicken and dumplings is good every once in a while, but not every chicken and dumpling you eat is real good. And Mama makes some good chicken and dumplings now. You know what? I get feeling a little better when I get on here and get to talking and everything. 'Cause I bet I ain't said all that much today. But like, man, y'all know how this off and on going to sleep is. He's I guess about 16 years old, y'all. Me and these other two guys, we'd skip school a lot. A lot. And I skipped all the days I could miss. And I couldn't miss another day or I would have failed. And I didn't miss another day neither. They missed theirs. And they failed. Don't get too worried about them. They wound up being okay. They went ahead on and got full-time jobs. Which I had a full-time job too. But we'd put our money together and we'd buy these tall beers. And we'd buy the strongest ones we could think of. And we'd drink them real fast. And we wasn't really used to drinking. We wasn't really used to drinking at all. But we'd get drunk as a skunk. And, we'd do that in the morning. And we'd have a good time all day long, until it started wearing off. And like, usually you go to sleep, if if you could, if you wasn't working. But you'd wake up with this real bad headache. Yeah, hey, that's what we drank was Slits. That's one of the things we drank. Slits Bull. And man, I, I heard them talking about it too. We get a headache real bad. And I woke up that kind of headache today. That's what made me think about this. I took me a nap. Yeah, we bought the Slits Malt Liquor Bulls, what we bought. That's what we bought mainly. But we stayed drunk near about all day, boy. Near about all day. Two of those, and you rode until you didn't. Yeah. And they smoked too, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? They smoked too. And I heard one of them quit. And the other one, he near about quit. And then I never was. I done that some. But I didn't, a lot of them people that smoke the left hand cigarette, they might rather smoke than drink, if they had a choice. Or they had to make a choice, they might rather smoke than drink. But I I like to drink. I didn't care. The smoking kind of weird to me. Make me feel kind of weird. Growing up in Detroit and across the river from Canada, we could get the strongest Canadian brand. Yeah. Hey, we drive around, y'all, like fussing about who's gonna drive. And we went to the jailhouse a few times too. Drinking and driving. We went some girl's house. We was always going to some girl's house or something or other. We was about crazy now. They had a dirt bike under the carport, and I got on that dirt bike, and somebody called the law to me. I don't know why in the world they'd call the law to me. I need to watch Tammy tomorrow. I quit smoking a year ago and have gained about 30 pounds. Linda, that's how that is. A lot of women, I've heard women say this. They don't like to quit smoking because, yeah, uh, because it'll make you gain weight when you quit. They sure do it now. Hey, we had a good time now. And that boy's, the boy that, like, I kind of been talking to him. His name's David. We kind of got reunited. You'll be seeing him. Later on down the road. You'll be seeing him. He's got a memory like mine. And I can remember stuff he can't remember, and he can remember stuff I can't remember. I reckon nobody can remember everything. But you can look back And everybody knows this and everybody says this. School days is the best time of your life. And don't get me wrong, boy, we had a good time there. That's how I gained so much weight. I quit smoking 15 years ago. You need to watch that video I'm going to put on Tammy's channel tomorrow. The doctor told her about it. I'll tell y'all the story about Tammy, y'all. She had to have a hysterectomy. And boy, that done it. She don't eat much, y'all. But I think she likes to eat a lot of junk. I'm not no big junk eater. You might think I am, but I'm not. Or you might think you know me good enough that I'm. Oh, it does? I didn't know that. But Tammy, even if she just goes out on the boat for one day, she'll have all kind of stuff. I said, Tammy. I said, when I go out on the boat, I'll take me a drink if there's one in the refrigerator. A soda pop. You ain't supposed to say Coke, Yeah, I was busy last night. I don't even remember, I don't even hardly remember. I know Tammy had me busy with the pop whip. And I got back online later. I seen Kathy went live, and I don't know, y'all. I think I just got started editing, and now I'm like, don't even know. I really don't even remember, I had a hysterectomy at 30. I was running about 4 children, 8. And well, that's what made Tammy. That's what changed her, But and here's what a man told me one time, y'all. I want to see if y'all agree. As I tried to tell him, and he said, "No, that ain't right." I said, "Man, my daddy was big. See, like I'm pretty good size, y'all. And my uncles and you see Steven's big. And I told him I was born like that. We're gonna be doing that if we can ever one of these days, Anita. I told that man I was born like that. Oh, I look good. Thank you, Anita. And he said, that you're not born fat. You're not born to be fat. But I don't believe that, y'all. Do y'all believe that? I want y'all to answer me about that. Yeah, I mean, I believe like heaviness can run in your family. Yeah, I heard Kathy say that about that I look a lot like her daddy. And Kathy's a little older and everything, y'all, but she's she was a pretty woman. Fat cells start developing at birth. And that's a fact. I mean, do you believe that weight can run in a family? Y'all don't believe that. Weight can't run in a family. All my family is not overweight, but I am. Nobody is born to be fat, but it depends on how your body works. It can run into a family. Oh yeah, y'all mama, she ain't never been fat a day in her life. Not in her life. Well, I remember me and stuff telling me how pretty my mama was. She don't even know it. I didn't ever tell her. She just looked average to me. But I mean, you see Dina, and their daddy, I mean, he wasn't as fat as hell, but he was pretty good. That's what a man told me. I was over there roofing the house. I'm a diabetic. It's hard to lose weight. Hey, it sounded like what Cam was talking about. 'Cause it didn't sound too bad. Wait, what Rona's saying there? Yes, there are two factors that can cause weight gain. It's in my family, but someone skinny and sometimes gain too much weight from stress, diet, and thyroid. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, y'all, I remember when I was 50 and I felt like, I could run and jump on a horse, you know, on a horse's back. Run and jump on his back. And I probably could have because I felt like I could. I was kind of athletic though. I wasn't kind of hell I was. For a long time. But anyway, y'all will see with Tammy. He was taking them little shots. Them things. They, she didn't do good with them. She lost weight, but she was ill as a hornet, boy. I mean, I just had to look over. It'll bust people think that I boss Tammy around. No, no, you don't boss Tammy around, no. You can tell her something. She might do it, she might not. when I was sending that woman that I sent a request for the amount of money, that the dishes and the shipping costs. And she didn't think I understood. Why was I sending her money? And I was trying to tell her. I said, I ain't sending her money. And, I just had to stop and explain it to her that I was sending a thing where she could just click on it and pay Tammy. But I had to stop and explain it to her. I said, Tammy, you don't believe me? She said, well, I just didn't think you understood. But y'all, I'm somebody. My mama knows this too, 'cause I've heard her say it. Me and my brother, we wasn't junk eaters. When I get hungry, I like food. I don't want a honey bun or something. I went up there camping with a boy. He was already up there, and he said, hey, Hodges, I got the tent set up. I got everything. All you got to do is just come. And he had a boat. Had everything. Had his Coleman stove. I said, all right, I'll ride up there. I rode up there, which I took some food now to cook. I stole some of Tammy's stuff out of the refrigerator. And all he had was little Debbie's to eat, y'all. And Coca-Colas. That's what he took with him to eat. For a few days. I seen all that stuff and he used to come over here a lot. And their mama, whenever they was little, he told me about this. They had braces, and stuff. And their mama wouldn't let them have no sweets whenever they was young. And this is the only thing I know to lay it to. But whenever they got grown, anytime you see them, they gonna have a bag of tater chips or something and a Coca-Cola eating all the time. He liked to drink Coca-Colas. He didn't drink nothing but Coca-Colas, though. And he'd buy some Coca-Colas and put it in the refrigerator. They was a slew of them youngers. I mean, they must have been. They drank all the Coca-Colas up. He wouldn't have nothing to see, and that's all he drank. He don't care nothing about tea. He don't care nothing about water. Coca-Colas is all he drank. And when he run out, he run out of something to drink. So he bought some Coca-Colas to go in the refrigerator. But then he bought him some Coca-Colas and put them in his back room where he stayed at. And he just drank them hot. And he got used to that. That's what I was telling you, me. And you can get used to about anything, you know. And you know, when I say get used to something, you know, I don't know that Kathy can get used to what she's going through, you know, but maybe it's gonna change, you know. Like remember that movie Castaway where that man was he was cooking his fish and everything, then he just got to eating them raw. All right, that's one coffee. I got my second one here and there. Y'all got y'all some coffee? Yeah, he drank hot cocoa. He still does. Probably don't even want them cold no more. Yeah, there's people, y'all, that I put drank somebody's refrigerator one time and I went back to get it and it gone over at somebody's house. A banana, drinking slim milk. I don't know if I ever drank any slim milk in my life. I tell you what, Grandma used to drink, y'all. Used to drink buttermilk. Years ago, my mother lost 50 pounds on Weight Watchers and she ate like that for 30 years. Never gained that weight back. I hear you. All right, there. Good night, Slim. Slim goes to bed early, y'all. I'll say like you know, they behind our time. I like buttermilk and goat's milk. I was catching talking about Tammy and that chocolate milk. She had drank she had drank some milk, some chocolate milk now. And I mean I don't know what she does, y'all. I don't I don't stand over and watch what she does, you know. I don't even know what she does. Sometimes I have to make notice of what, she's wearing. Buttermilk and cornbread. Hey, I probably tried buttermilk one time in my life. Mama could drink all the buttermilk she wanted. She didn't have to worry about it getting drank. I was Steven went fishing today, y'all. In that place, he could film live. I don't know why he ain't filming on YouTube, but I was watching him, a little bit here and there. I mean, I had it going and I'm kind of watching TV and watching him. And that joker was catching some fish now. He was catching some nice fish. Yeah, I reckon he might be give up on YouTube. I don't know. Is Steve upset and don't want to be on YouTube anymore? I mean, I really don't know. I really don't know what the deal is with him. He's got one of them cameras like I got. Oh, you seen him, Tina? Yeah. Yeah, he caught some nice ones. A bunch. Bunch of big bags. He looked like he was keeping them. Some of them. I started to film it. But it seemed like, truth is, it seemed like a bunch of people don't care too much. He makes a lot more money on that double T. I do know that. he, uh, I mean, I can't hardly keep up with the days. So I don't know if he called me today or yesterday. He said, have you got a minute? I said, hell yeah, what you talking about? Have I got a minute? I don't even remember what he was talking about. I don't even remember what he was talking about. But I do know this. That place is better than Sinclair. And it's only probably about 4 miles from the house. He had a bunch of people watching. I'm liable to get on there, y'all. I got a bunch of stuff I can put on there. I seen him walking through the back of the boat, Tina. Hey, Tina, if you know somebody up there, they can give you permission to fish. And I'm going to tell you right straight up, them people up there stingy as hell now. They are stingy. And they don't, I mean, I don't really think they want people in there. I mean, they don't want people in there fishing. The people that own land up there, they don't want people fishing. These men give Stephen permission to fish, and buddy, he's going now. And y'all, he's doing good on TT. Hey, very little do I know about TT. I don't think you have to know too much though. If you see, they ain't no telling how many videos I got, y'all. There ain't no telling. But I've got a bunch of tried and true videos. I mean, I got videos that's got 1,000,000 views, All I had to do is just upload them and put them on there. He said, man, that's the easiest thing in the world. I said, well, I don't know if I want to be messed with it. But I might do it. I might wind up doing it. I won't never leave YouTube. Steven had a bunch of women messing with him. He did, y'all. He had a bunch of women messing with him. He trying to get away with it. That stuff get old. But I do know that's part of what's wrong with him. That's one of the reasons, y'all, that I like to come up here on this channel. I don't know, hell, I might give Tammy Southern ideas. I mean, it's a thought, and y'all, she's doing so much stuff. A few hags can ruin the party. Yeah, Pamela, a lot of the good women, the good decent women, they don't want to be. I mean, could you imagine if my mama was in there in chat, and all that stuff's going on? I mean, I know damn well she'd leave. I know she'd leave. But that's part of the reason I like to come up here. I started liking it. I mean, people that everything you say bothers them and gets on their nerves. I mean, I don't know why they watch. And I think a good many of them refuse to come here, on Danny S. And I'm all right with that. Yeah, I didn't understand your question there, Kathy. Yeah, I hear you there, Miss Nita. Too fast for you. I know this right here, yo. He's doing better than he ever done. I know what everybody does, my bunch. I know what they do, y'all. He's doing better than he ever done. He likes that stuff too, you know. But all anybody has to do is watch your video for 3 seconds, and you got your money. Oh yeah, he's happy. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I ain't heard him saying nothing. Yeah, I heard you say that before, Pamela. That like, soon as people start making bad comments, you just back away. I've heard you say that before. Yep, Bentley's growing fast. He was little, I didn't know how he was going to turn out. 'Cause him and his brother was fishing. Bentley, probably about 4 years old. His brother had the spinner, throwing that stuff. He's a good bit older than Bentley. Bentley was laying down on the ground, rolling and screaming and hollering. And I didn't know, but he grew out of that. He was having a fit. Down there at Mama's Pond, I was down there. I seen him down there. I was down there for some reason. I mean, he was having a fit there. Hey, Steven's doing what he's wanting to do, y'all. He, I'm the one that like, trying to get him to quit that roofing. Oh, he's like Tammy. He works so hard that it ain't good for you to go without drinking and drinking water. Yeah, he is. And I know a few times, that he, like his body locked up, his muscles. You could touch his arms and everything. It was like touching a board. Like he couldn't sit down. Like he just had to, it would get to the point that he would have to stop. And, I told him, I said, damn, son. I mean, I know what he's doing. He's trying to finish the job where he didn't have to come back the next day or something. I said, son, what difference does it make whether you get paid today or tomorrow? And even though I told him that and everything, he still would do it anyway. And Tammy's like that too, y'all. Hey, boy, I don't know what all she done today. I wouldn't even have them cameras charged up. Get the stuff off of them, get them charged back up, mic charged back up. She come get them again. I don't even know what all she even done. But the night, she was tired. I know she went to the doctor this morning. But I think that, you know, I think people can make you where you don't care. I pretty much believe people can make you where you don't care. And y'all, I mean, the truth is this. All of them was women that liked him. And this YouTube's like that too. People people get mad with you and you don't even know why. Hey, you don't even understand. Yeah, people can get to you sometimes. Steven's changed over 2 years. But yeah, I mean, man, he loved YouTube. When he started, he loved it so much. Way better than I ever did. I don't I don't really know about this live thing. I'm tired of wondering about it. Yeah, y'all, I mean, the likes button sitting right there. And, I mean, just, I mean, I don't know how people think. It don't cost nothing to hit like, but this YouTube thing, this YouTube Live has changed things. And, uh, so y'all, there is a difference in the live and an edited video. There is a difference. People that like to come mess with you, they can do it on the live, and it's funny to them. But then on an edited video, it ain't quite the same. They don't get no satisfaction on an edited video like they do on a live video. And he did tell me he'll come back. Hey, we didn't talk about it, y'all, but we really and truly didn't talk about it. But he told me he ain't put a video on in a few days or so. I said, you ain't gonna do no more YouTube? He said, yeah, I am. But when you talking to him, you talking kind of fast. I don't know what he'd do if he had a regular job. Me, Mama, you've been hearing Mama talking about don't have much time for, the longest, you know, don't have much time. And I'm beginning to see that. And then I see how busy Stephen is. Hey, y'all, he ain't sitting around. Yeah, I reading that there, Pamela. Hey, thank you, Anita. I was listening on Tammy's video. I reckon it's the one I put on there today. She was talking about, yeah, Stephen ain't somebody that sit around, and he never has neither, but Tammy's talking about, I'll tell you the truth. And Stephen is like Tammy, like, she done had it tonight. I said, Tammy, why don't you get up and go to bed? I said, you done all you can do today. I don't know why she likes to sit in here with me, but she does. Sometimes I tell me you done all the damage you can do today. Might as well go to bed. Stephen's same way. Hey, you know how you have to make the youngins go to bed at night? Hey, Stephen would be asleep at 8 o'clock at night, and he was young. Hey, Pam, you can go watch it if you want to. Yeah, I'm lucky to have Tim. Ain't nobody ever told me that. Nobody's never told me that before. I try to be good to her. I go out of my way to try to be good to her. People think I just boss Tammy around. I know that because so many people's told me, that that's what people thought, that I bossed Tammy around. You don't boss Tammy too much. She don't boss around too easy. That's kind of one of the things I liked about her when she was young. She'd get mad now. But that's one of the things I liked about her. I noticed that on the news today that they talking about that woman. I think her name's Guthrie. Now they believe she's in Mexico. And was she the only girlfriend you got? No, boy. Shoot, no. Shoot, no, boy. Used to go with this rich girl. I liked her pretty good. You know, she didn't act rich and all that, but you could tell, you could tell they had money. You could look at their house and tell they had money. Went over there and I was talking to her on the phone. She was talking about she had a day bed. I said, what's a day bed? I was telling y'all, people say, other people say stuff you ain't never heard of. Did your mama tell you should not date girls? No. No, my mama didn't tell me that. And I didn't know what a day bed was, y'all. But when I went over to her house, I seen what a day bed is. Hey, we'd listen to records. She was always wanting the kissy kissy. And her mom and daddy wasn't too crazy about me neither. But her mom and daddy wasn't crazy about me because they didn't like me. It's just their daughter was crazy about me. Is what they didn't like. She was crazy about me. They like try to lay these rules down and all that, and she was only a child. They try to lay these rules down about me and stuff, and that girl didn't take too much stuff now about me. He was crazy about me. And for 20 years, 20 years, and there was some more too, y'all, that sent me birthday cards and stuff. I mean, there was about 3 or 4 that sent me birthday cards and stuff. One of them I wish I could see. I heard she grew up to be a pharmacist. Which I mean, she was grown then, I mean, she was grown. And Tammy was my girlfriend, but that girl was a friend of mine and she liked me a lot too, I'm talking about the one that grew up to be a pharmacist. I've tried to look her up a time or two on Facebook. I remember the phone number for a long, long, long time. You know, I told me they was kind of rich. That girl had her own phone, her own house phone. She didn't have to get on her mom and daddy's phone. You want a sugar daddy, KK? It might be hard for y'all to believe, y'all, but uh, Mooney, you know, Mooney don't drive me. I ain't saying it's bad. I ain't saying Mooney's bad. But if I want to buy something, I'll buy it. If I want to go to town and eat a steak, I'll go to town and eat a steak. But I mean, we live, normal, you know. But yeah, I'd like to, I'd like to, I'd like to hug her neck, see how she's doing. I think one day, y'all, I just forgot to call her back. And then I wasn't ever at home. I was living with my mama. Oh, I wasn't 18 years old and laying around the house. Me and my brother was gone, gone, gone. He might be gone 3 days. I might be gone a week. 16 or 17 years old. Hey, she might be. She might be. Hey, there was quite a few girls that, like, you wouldn't believe how they was about me. You wouldn't believe it. You really wouldn't believe it. I don't know why. I never figured that out. I don't know why. But, a lot of them, man. And I mean, I think I think they still a couple, that I could go to their house right now, boy. Might even be more than a couple. Well, I don't really know if it was puppy love. Divorced at 40, second husband passed when I was 55. I had never again. There you there, Pamela. You imagine like Stephen is now? Yeah, here's the way Tammy and Stephen is, y'all. I want you to listen, and I'll give you a pretty good profile of Stephen and Tammy, because they a lot alike. If you were to say, let's go drain a beaver pond, and we're gonna get in the water and sing it, they both say, okay. Hey, Myrtle. Like real easy going, like whatever you want to do, he'll do it. Like that girl had Stephen going to the club one time. And I knew he didn't like it. I knew he didn't like it. And, but I mean, he went. Because she wanted to go. He would go. He don't, he don't like that bar life. He don't like that bar life, and I wasn't never crazy about it neither, but I've been a few times. Oh, hey, happy anniversary, Cajun Mom. Happy anniversary. That's a pretty big deal right there. Oh, they had this funeral the other day, y'all, at the bar. you know, I don't know what in the world some people think. I don't even know if people think very much. Hey, you're welcome, Miss Cajun Mom. But yeah, Stephen, like, he's real easy going, y'all. He's more easy going than Tammy is. He's went down there on vacation, and he's making the big money. But $5,000 to spend on a vacation is a pretty good bit of money. To go for a week. I ain't never understood that. It won't never make me understand it. They went down there and spent about $5,000 or $6,000. He's talking to me about it. I said, hell no. That's a lot of money to save up. That is a lot of money to save up. And she's wanting to go back the next year. And he didn't want to go. But I mean, y'all, that's like you go somewhere knowing you're gonna spend $5,000 or $6,000. as hard as money is to come by, I ain't telling y'all nothing you don't know. I mean, I know some of you's got plenty of money, probably most of you's just like us, toward the end of the month. I start putting the brakes on. I'll wait till I get my money, then I'll get that. But I mean, y'all, that's insane to me. Even them old cruises and stuff. I've heard people talking about how much they love them cruises and all that. Hey, I mean, no, I don't want to go. I think Richie was telling me he went with his sisters and all that. They all went. I think they've been quite a few times and everything. And he paid where he could drink unlimited, you know. And he went ahead and paid it up front. And I think he said it was $650 a drinking package. Which I mean, he might have got his money's worth. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, but that's just the drinks. $650. Then I don't know what the rest of it costs and everything, but I have people trying to tell me and stuff about it all the time, and I just don't, I mean, that just ain't something I would care about. And Tammy don't neither. Hey, Steven's done it too. Go on them boats. And from where we live at, it's a pretty long drive. I know one of my buddies, he went maybe 2 or 3 times. I don't even know how many times he went. But the last time, he said, she can go all she wants to go, but I ain't going back. And I know him pretty good. I guarantee you. I don't think it'd be too bad if you could drive to the river bridge and get on a boat. My dad used to say, you can't take the money with you when you leave this world. So he spent his. Well, I'll tell you something about that. You can't spend what you ain't got. And we all know it takes a lot to live. And we all know what it's like to have to go buy a refrigerator or a washing machine or a dryer. Or like Timmy, she bought washer and dryer. And it was a pile of money too. My best friend went on 5 cruises last year, and she goes to Vegas for Super Bowl every year. It's her thing, traveling with lady friends and family. Yeah, it ain't nothing wrong with that. It just ain't for me. And I ain't even saying it's a bad life if you got money, family. But most of us can't do all that. Them Super Bowl tickets was outrageous. Let me ask this AI about the Super Bowl tickets. How much are Super Bowl tickets?
Attending the Super Bowl is widely considered one of the most expensive experiences in sports. For the most recent Super Bowl 60, 2026, which took place in early February, prices followed these trends. 1. The get-in price. Cheapest tickets. The get-in price, the absolute cheapest seat in the stadium, usually in the upper level corners, typically ranges from $4,000 to $6,500 on secondary markets like StubHub and SeatGeek. Late market trends. Just days before Super Bowl 60, the lowest prices were spotted around $4,169 to $4,800. Historical lows. In previous years, like 2025, prices dropped as low as $2,100 just before kickoff. But this is rare and depends heavily on the host city and matchup. 2. Average ticket prices. The average price for a standard ticket is roughly $7,500. This covers most of the mid-tier seating in the stadium. 3. Premium and VIP seating. If you want to sit near the 50-yard line or in club levels, prices escalate quickly. Lower level midfield, $8,500 to $20,000 per ticket. VIP suites. Individual VIP tickets can reach $35,000, while full luxury suites for the 2026 game were listed between $700,000 and $1.5 million. 4. Face value versus resale. Face value. The NFL sells a limited number of tickets at face value, starting around $950, but these are almost exclusively reserved for season ticket holders.
Ain't that unreal? You wouldn't hardly believe it, would you? And you can sit at home and watch it on your TV. But like I know that's just me. I don't care about going off and pretending you're rich. I know the woman that worked in the financial thing. She said people would borrow money to go to the fair. Borrow money to go to the fair. Too much money, ain't it, Cajun Mom? I think they was gonna buy Tammy a ticket, you know. People's gonna get together and buy her a ticket over there where she worked at. That's ridiculous, ain't it? You can sit right here and watch it at your house on the TV and lay on the couch while you're doing it. Hey, that's right. I ain't never been much of a I ain't never been much of a want to be a show off. I know some of y'all probably think so, but I ain't never been like that, y'all. You hear Timmy talking about I'd eat about anything? I do. I do, and I will eat about anything. I said, Timmy, make me about 3 of them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I seen her stirring that jelly the other day. Concert tickets at the Houston Livestock Rodeo is around $100 per person. You know, I mean, I might consider $100 if it's something I really liked. You know, they went up there to, Stephen and Tammy and the bunch went up there to, I can't never remember that pigeon port. They got this old rodeo thing. Man, I think it's about $150 to go in there per person. And it comes with food and everything. And William's real bad, y'all. William's worse than me, y'all. They went, he go in the motel room and he like just wants to eat sandwich. And that's something. And when me and Tammy go off, we will eat. And we don't worry about how much it costs. We don't think about what it costs. We went down there to Panama City, Florida. And this is a pretty good bit of years ago. I mean, well, not real long ago. I think Stephen had just split up with Bentley's mama. So that tells you about how long it's been. And they eat at the buffet at $40. And I seen what she got on her plate. I seen what Tammy got on her plate. And it was salad, uh, like coleslaw. It was 2 or 3 simple things. But it was a seafood, you know, restaurant. You could easily go in there. Somebody that ate a lot. You could easily go in there and, they'd lose money on you. But we all went there and ate. That place is kind of high, too. Oh, I had a buddy that he grew up to be successful. Worked out there at that paper mill for a long time, and I mean, they make good out there. And I think Mom and Daddy left this place, this world. Anyway, he got to buying and selling property. And he bought a place down there in Panama City. That yuckers want me to ride down there and put an antenna up. I said, no, here's what you do. I showed him where to point it and everything from my house. He bought land up there at Lake Sinclair. It's unbelievable how you can go up there and pay for something at more than it's worth and keep it a year or two and then double your money. And there was somebody, I can't remember who it was, y'all. Seemed like it's one of y'all. They would buy houses and fix them up and sell them. And me and Tammy almost started to do that at one time. Because I knew a man that done that. He'd build a house, he'd move in it, and he'd put it up for sale. He'd sell it, he'd buy nothing. He'd go in there. And I know because I done all the roofs and stuff for him. I'd go, that's one thing he'd do. He'd put a brand new roof on it. And he'd paint it, he'd move in. And while he was living there, he would fix everything. But he wasn't buying junk houses. He was buying pretty nice houses. And like I say, me and Tammy, we near about done that. Seemed like one of y'all was telling me that y'all done that. But and see, I knew how to do all the work, see. And I was pretty young too. And I seen on TV the other day, where a bunch of rich companies is buying up all the houses, like 20% of the houses, like corporations or, companies own 20%. And then, they had that housing crash. And what they was doing, y'all, is they had it fixed where you could buy a house. Something like a balloon note or something. Got two pair of glasses on my head. Y'all ever do that? And like you didn't have to pay for it for quite a while. Like a balloon note or something other. And they call it a bubble. And that it busted. And nobody couldn't pay up. It seemed like to me that that's when they had to bail out Ford, Chevrolet, and like everything like crumbled. Except me. I was still working every day. But I know that up there in town, you could tell there wasn't hardly no traffic. You remember Cajun? Yeah, I'm not even sure if that was the same time. But I do know that happened. And yeah, y'all give me a thumbs up. I could be done got on here for 30 minutes and be done gone, y'all. You know that? A woman that Tammy worked with, I don't think she worked with her no more, but she used to work with her. She had her about 3 or 4 houses. And see, when that crashed, couldn't buy no house. Everything just, went to the dogs. And I don't even know about interest rates now. But I do know they was real high, but I don't hear them talking about that too much no more. I ain't heard them talking about it in a long time. Let me ask this thing here about interest rates. How much is housing interest rates?
As of February 18th, 2026, mortgage interest rates have settled into a range significantly lower than the peak seen a few years ago. National averages for the most common loan types are currently hovering around the 6% mark. Here is a breakdown of the current average rates. Current mortgage rates, February 2026. Loan type. Average interest rate. Average APR. 30-year fixed. 5.80% to 6.
Y'all, that's down a pretty good bit. That's down a pretty good bit from what it was. Because it was real bad. It was so bad that, you couldn't come up with a down payment. Y'all hear my girlfriend texting me? Yeah, it's so bad, and it still might be like that a little while. Oh, Miss Gladys done come in? Hello, Miss Gladys. Oh, you saying what happened to her? Well, it might be kind of late for her. We paid cash for our house here in Indiana, but have to pay a summer and winter tax. Y'all, I still don't think things is going real good yet. 'Cause when things is going good, you will see people building a lot of houses. There'd be house building going on everywhere. I remember, at one time in the roofing business, I wasn't in the new house roofing. I done old houses, tear offs, old houses. But there was a guy in the roofing business, he was hungry. He done a new roof almost every day. Almost every day. That's how many houses they was building here in Dublin. And buddy, you want to spend some money, you go build a new house. If you got plenty of money laying around, that Guthrie woman, somebody told me that was a mansion. And I seen it the other day from a drone. And that is a big joker now. As I seen the other houses. I seen the other houses. That's a big house. I told Tim to look at it today. I want to tell all the pretty women and all the good looking men, I want to thank y'all for coming in here. Hey, is that CPR? Yeah, I got a metal roof. Here's the thing about a metal roof, y'all. It really ain't nothing new. They had metal roofs 100 years ago, y'all. And a metal roof will cost you more money. Put it on your house. But you won't never have to worry about that roof again. It'll last your lifetime. I seen a bunch of people say, this'll be the last roof I have to put on. And they called me back 18 years later. I mean, I seen it, y'all. But you put a metal roof on there, and you are done. Yeah, well, I'm glad you come in, Miss Anita. Miss Anita's one of them pretty women, y'all. And she's just as pretty on the inside as she is on the outside. Beauty is on the skin deep. Don't base somebody by how good they look. Matter of fact, you might even get fooled. You look at their heart, boy. You look at their heart. The heart don't lie, y'all. My ass is 70 years old. I need to get me a metal roof. Well, get a metal roof and you ain't never got to worry about it again. Yeah, I ain't. Hey, Sippy, I ain't seen you in a long time. I didn't say nothing. Tammy like thinks I'm hollering for her. You know why she does that? But she's always done that. Tammy, I didn't say nothing. Hey, thank you, Anita. Yeah, y'all, I could talk an hour and a half about a beautiful heart. I'm a firm believer in beautiful hearts. Don't want no tiger by the tail, y'all. Uh-uh. Just give me a normal woman and we'll sit in and watch TV. And I'll tell her something every now and then just to mess with her head. Like the girl her daddy called her a split tail. I won't never forget that. Oh, okay, Sip. Well, I'm glad you listened. And I'm glad you get on here and chat too. So y'all, I want to tell y'all, I enjoyed getting on here. I feel different, you know. I feel different. Actually, don't mind getting on here as much. Kind of hard to get me started. Well, sometimes I have my mind, you know, and on, different things and stuff. Kind of hard getting started sometimes. Yeah, hey, that's right. That's exactly right, Pamela. Hey, I'm glad you didn't go to sleep tonight too. Hey, all the women say I put them to sleep, y'all. But I'm glad, that a lot of times they lay down and have the phone, just listening, because you don't actually have to watch unless you're looking at chat. You can just listen. Oh, y'all might have to team me a good video on there tomorrow. I already got it on there. And I want to thank all y'all for everything. Yes, Tammy thinks about me all the time, y'all. I don't know why. But yeah, I want to tell y'all I appreciate it. Thank y'all for everything. Everything on this channel is moving up, y'all. Everything is moving up. All the numbers is moving up. And I want to thank y'all, for coming over here. And still will be on Southern Ideas, y'all. Tammy will be on it. I got videos running out the yin yang. But I want to tell y'all once again, I thank y'all for everything. Thank y'all for supporting Tammy. Thank y'all for being good. And once again, thank y'all for everything. We'll see y'all tomorrow, y'all. One way or another, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. All right? Good night, y'all.